There are moments in history when the world turns a page, when an ordinary day suddenly becomes the beginning of something extraordinary. In November 2025, that page turned in New York City. A 34-year-old son of immigrants, housing activist, organizer, dreamer, stood before millions, not as a protester this time, but as the mayor of New York City. His name, Zohran Mamdani. And this is not just a political victory. It's a story of belief, rebellion, and rebirth. Zohran's story begins far from the Empire State Building, in Kampala, Uganda. Born to filmmaker Mira Naya and scholar Mahmoud Mamdani, his early life was stitched between cultures, languages, and dreams. When his family moved to New York, he wasn't handed power. He watched his parents build everything, piece by piece, just like every immigrant family does. In those streets, between diversity and struggle, he learned something that would shape his life. That power isn't about titles. It's about service. Long before City Hall, he was walking up creaky staircases and fighting evictions, standing beside families who feared losing their homes. He didn't wear a suit then. He wore purpose. 2020. The world was tired. The city was breaking under inequality and rent crises. That's when Zohran did something unthinkable. He challenged a powerful incumbent. No big donors, no political dynasty, just faith in the people. They said he couldn't win, but history has a way of surprising those who stop believing. He won and became one of the youngest members of the New York State Assembly. But that was only Act 1. 5 years later, when he walked onto the stage as mayor-elect, the crowd didn't just cheer. They cried, because they knew. This wasn't just his victory. It was theirs. November 5th, 2025. Times Square glows brighter than usual. The city of iron and glass stands still, watching a new chapter being written. On stage, Zohran takes the mic, and his words slice through the noise. We have stepped from old to new. Quoting Jawaharlal Nehru's famous Tryst with Destiny speech, he bridges two worlds, India's independence and America's awakening. In that instant, the immigrant child from Kampala became the face of a new New York. But not everyone cheered. Within hours, Donald Trump, back in power, called Mamdani a communist, threatening to cut federal funding to the city. Politics turned personal. Pressure mounted. But Zohran didn't blink. His answer was simple yet powerful. New York will not be intimidated. Our values are not for sale. That single line echoed from Harlem to Hyderabad. It wasn't defiance. It was dignity. For millions, this victory meant more than a mayoral race. It meant a new image of leadership, one that looks like them, sounds like them, fights for them. Zohran Mamdani represents the generation that refuses to whisper, a generation that chooses empathy over ego. And that's why his rise has moved the world. As he walks into City Hall, the weight of a city rests on his shoulders. But beneath that weight, there's hope. Because every once in a while, the city that never sleeps dreams again. His name is Zohran Mamdani, and this is only the beginning.